Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigham Havamahi Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmana Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannotiभिः Sadanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Saraswatyai Namo Nityam Bhadrakalyai Namo Namaha. Veda Vedanta Vedanga Vidyasthanebhya Vacha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिम् व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः चतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति 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 40th श्लोक पेज 187 40 number 187 पेज मनसो निग्रहाय यत्तम् अभयं सर्वयोगिनां दुःखक्षय प्रबोधश्च यक्षया शान्तिरेव च एक मिनट फिर से मनसो निग्रहायत्तम् अभयं सर्वयोगिनां दुःखक्षयः प्रबोधश्च अप्यक्षया शान्तिरेव च Now the topic from 40 to 47 श्लोक Prakaran now is showing his magnanimity. Magnanimity means what? You can't have Amani Bhav. Amani Bhav is not possible. Then have Mano Nigraha, Nididhyasana. Have Mano Nigraha means quieten your mind. If you cannot have that Amani Bhav, that stage, I hope it is clear, the stage is clear. What is Amani Bhav? If you are not able to establish your mind in the self, then do one thing, quieten your mind. Okay, so quieten your mind. So Nididhyasana is presented here, 40 to 47. So now, in the 40th Shlok, let us see what is being said here. Manasaha nigraha nigrahayatam. So cessation, manasa nigraha, cessation of that mind. Nigraha nigrahayatam abhayam sarva yogina. Sarva yogina means of the Dvait, of those Dvait yogis, of the dualists, like we saw yesterday also, Dvait yoginam. They are under the influence of something. What are they? They are influenced by? They are influenced by bhaya, they are influenced by dukkha, and they are influenced by ashanti. So these three things he is saying here: abhayam, dukkha and akshaya shanti. Akshaya shanti means moksha. These three things are said. So abhayam, dukkha and prabodha, four things: prabodha and akshaya shanti. Okay, so that is they are not having these things. They are under the influence of the opposite of these things. So their mind is influenced by their mind is influenced by dukkha and agyan, ignorance and ashanti also. So that is why here it is said that control, when a mind is controlled, then these things come. What are the four things that come? Abhayam, dukkha, exhaustion of all the sorrows. Knowledge will come, prabodha, and akshaya shanti. This is akshaya shanti, not akshaya tritiya. Akshaya shanti. Infinite bliss that will be there. Quietude of the mind will be there. Now let us see what is being said here in the Bhashya. येषां पुनर्ब्रह्मस्वरूपव्यतिरेकेण रज्जुसर्पवत् कल्पितम् एव मन इन्द्रियादि च न परमार्थतः विद्यते. There after that you have to put a comma. Yesham punar brahma swarupa vyatirekena manadi. Here punar brahma swarupa vyatirekena. Those who think that their mind is different than the Brahma. Those who think like that their mind is separate from the Brahma, is different from the Brahma, mind, etc. All those things. They are doing what? Rajju sarpavat vikalpitameva. They are actually thinking, they are doing the kalpana, imagining that the sarpa is imagined on the rope. They are also imagining their mind, indriyadi, cha, mind and indriya, etc. They are imagining all the reality of the mind, the reality of the indriya, sense organs. He is imagining. Chana parmartata vidyate, for whom some things are not really there. It is not really there, but he is imagining. Tesham Brahma Sarupanam Abhayam Mokshakya cha Akshaya Shantihi. They will not have this Mokshakya Shanti. They won't have that because they are putting the man, indri, etc. separate from this. So Akshaya Shanti, and this Akshaya Shanti means uninterrupted Shanti. So Bhavata eva, not that is not dependent on quietness of that mind. That Swabhata eva by nature. That means siddhaha na anyayatta no pachara kathanchana iti avochama. No other sadhana is required there. Where he's talking about that Amani Bhav. If you remember Amani Bhav, yesterday also we saw that this Asparsha Yoga, 39 Shlok, you see that in Asparsha Yoga, it was clearly mentioned that it is without any conditioning. It does not, nothing can touch that Atma. Nothing is able to touch that. And that is why these dualists, where yogi word had been taken for them, they feel very insecure because for them, the separateness of the mind, the separateness, individuality of that individual called Jeev, that is secured by keeping the Lord different, by keeping the Brahma different and the Jeev different. But here that is not the case. So who separates all these things from the Brahma? He sees it separately. For him, this Shanti or this moksha, that is very, very far away. He can't attain it. It is not siddha for him. न अन्य न अन्य अन्यायता उपचारः कथञ्चन इति वचामः. I've already mentioned this topic that you cannot have any other sadhan for this. So this type of seeker for this type of seeker has been explained till 49th Shlok. Kathanjane uvach avocama. I've already talked about that, seeker. That for this, no other sadhana is required because to know myself, I don't need any other instrument. Ye tu atah anye yoginah margaga hina madhya drishtayoho mano anyat atma व्यतिरिक्तम आत्म संबंधी पश्यन्ति full stop. Ye tu अन्य yogina, those the different dwellers, those different yogis who are margaga, who are on the path, who are not in the jungles of vasanas. That means they are not sansaris. They are on the path, who are heen and madhyam drishtaya, who are mediocre and lower class. If you remember that this shlok also had come, that this is this upasana portion. I think it was 16 shlok, that it is for the heen and madhyam and it is not for the utkrishta. Remember? So drishtayah mano anyat atma vyatiriktam atma sambandhi pashyanti. They see the mind different from the self, that my mind is different and my atma is different. My mind, they say, not they say my mind. They do not say amani bhav. That mind is self only, they do not know that. Okay, so tesha moksha phalam aha. For them, this moksha phala has been given. Manasa iti tesham atma satyanu rahitanam. See, till yesterday we were saying atma satyanu bodhena. You remember? Have you learned that shlok? Atma satyanu bodhena. Anybody? Atma satya 30-second shlok. Nobody has done the atma satyanu bodhena na sankalpayate yada. Tada amanastam tadayati. What happens then? Grahya bhave tadagraham. Grahya bhave tadagraham. There is no grahya graha bhav. Please learn this shlok. See here again, he's mentioning this 32-32nd shlok. Satya anubodha rahitanam. Here there is satya bodha anu rahitanam. There is no satya bodha. Satya, Atma Satya, Anubodh is not there. They are devoid of the knowledge of that self. This is the yog person where he is struggling. They do not have this amani bhav. So he has to quieten his mind again and again. So he is devoid of that knowledge of self. Again, he sits in meditation for some time. Again, because he is with the seed of the sansar. As soon as he comes out, the whole sansar will come in front of him. So he's struggling, continuously struggling to keep his mind intact. Manasa nigrahayata abhayam sarvesham yogina. So abhay is there till the mind is quiet. Very pathetic situation. Because he does not know the actual essence of that mind is the self only. So till he is in the meditation, till he is meditating, he has quietened his mind. Mind is quiet. But as soon as he gets up, as soon as he interacts in the world, the problems and everything will come to him. He has to face, and his quietness is gone now. And that is why meditation is so popular. They all want quietude, but they do not know that quietness is for only some time only. So they want to continuously prolong it. It's not possible. So that is why Gyan only is the ultimate remedy for all of us. And Gyan is the ultimate remedy. Without Gyan, you cannot have the this quietude for ever. What we say in our Vedanta that it is of the nature of quietude, the Atma is of the nature of quietude, is not possible unless that Atma only is quietude. You cannot explain or you cannot experience that till you experience the nature of that Atma. So you have to decondition all those conditionings that we have put on ourselves or put on our mind. You have to remove it. But these people, what do they do? For the time being, chitta vritti nirodha yoga. For the time being, they will quieten the mind. They will look at the mind, and naturally, it is the tendency of the mind to become quiet as soon as somebody is observing it. It's like a very mischievous child. As soon as the mothers or the father, parents, they look at it, it becomes very quiet and it becomes very conscious that I should not do anything wrong because everybody is watching me. Similarly, the mind also will not throw the thoughts, the vrittis, stop coming as soon as we start watching. That is the habit of the mind. That is the abhyas of the mind. That's the nature of the mind. But as soon as we again leave it to the world, all those thoughts will come back. Rather, with more gush, it will come back. Kimcha dukkha kshaya api. Their sorrow also end till the mind is quiet. Kimcha dukkha kshaya api. न हि आत्मसंबंधिनी मनसि प्रचलिते दुःखक्षयो अस्ति अविवेकिनाम. So mind is quiet here. The mind related to that Brahma. न हि आत्मसंबंधिनी. When mind is moving, manasi prachalite. When prachalite means it is moving. When the mind is moving, prachalite. And when the mind is quiet, when the mind is moving, when it has got the sambandh of that Atma, then what happens? Dukkha kshaya asti avivekinam. So for the sorrows won't end of these aviveki. The sorrows won't end. It will continue. Full stop. You have to put a full stop. So this is the characteristic. This is the uh, way the mind plays of these dualists, the yogis, is a condition explained of the dualists actually, how their mind is without the knowledge of the self, without the amani bhav. They want it, but they do not know how to go to that state. So they are struggling. Kimcha atma prabodha api mano nigrahatta eva. Their knowledge of self also depends on when mind is quiet. Kimcha Atma Prabodha api, like their Dukkha Kshaya api, on the top it is written. Similarly, cha Atma Prabodha api. Both, everything depends on the quietness of the mind. Because they are mechanically making the mind quiet. They do not know the essence. Gyan is not there, that mind is this only. They are technically, mechanically, they are putting the mind into a quiet zone. So till that mind is quiet, they are quiet. Till the mind is quiet, their knowledge is intact. Everything is intact. But as soon as the mind interacts or there are thought flows, the mind will lose its quietude, all the gyan will go away. So this is the difference. This is which theory, which philosophy yoga. चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः योगः तदा द्रष्टु स्वरूप अवस्थानम. And when the nirodha has happened first or second Yoga Sutra, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So till the mind is in the nirodha avastha, I'm seeing, I'm observing the thoughts coming one by one, one by one. My mind is quiet. Tada drashtu avasthanam. Then my mind goes to that drashta, to its place, own place. Otherwise, it is jumping and running and hopping from one thought to the other in the sansar. Tatha akshaya api mokshakya shanti stesha mano nigrahatam. Therefore, their akshaya shanti also depends on till the mind is quiet. Did you understand this? Am I clear? Till their mind is quiet, the knowledge will be there, their shanti will be there, and this akshaya mokshakya shanti So all these things depend until they are meditating on the seat. The moment they come out, all those things that they had kept behind, they will jump in and catch him. So he does not have any option there. He has to see, we have to know one or two things here. What is it? Sadhana, chronology of sadhana should be known to us. What is the chronology of our sadhana should be known. All the sadhanas are what? They are dosh vyavarta. Any sadhana. It tackles to some of the natural habits of the mind. Like if we want to do jump, the jump is to remove the dissipated mind, distracted mind. To concentrate the mind, we do jump. To bring the mind to one object. One object is given during the jump, but you repeat it. Similarly, upasana is done. Upasana is done to surrender that ego because our ego is too much. So I am doing the puja, I am doing upasana, and I'm surrendering it. When Murti puja is said, it is to bring a bigger view or bigger thought in some small object, temporary object, small object, finite, to see the infinite in the finite. So all upasanas are dosha vyavartak, some or the other fault it removes. Now, after the fault is removed, then what will happen? Then the mind is ready. The mind has become shuddha for prama prapti, for gyan prapti. I'm using the word prama. Prama, what does it do? Prama removes the brahma. They are two sisters. So Prama removes the Brahma, the ignorance aspect that has made the Dehadhyas so strong. Dehadhyas, Jivadhyas, Abhinivesh, all these words you are familiar with because we have taken it many times. So these things are strengthened by Brahma. To remove that Brahma, we need Prama. For Brahma to be established in our mind, we need Upasana. Okay, so like that it goes. So we have Brahma Prapti. Actually, we all have Brahma Prapti. Right now, we all have. But what is happening is that Brahma is not firm. It dwindles, it goes away. Continuously, it is going away. It is not very, Brahma's therium is not there. So when something, I am listening every day, I am doing a manan every day, I write my notes also every day. Every day I do that. But as soon as I go out, I step into the world of challenges and all. Those challenges shift my prama and again make my brahma very, very firm and strong in my mind. That brahma replaces it. So for some time, we feel that we are established in the knowledge only for some time. And then again, what happens? It goes away. After some days, this asparsha yoga that was spoken of in 39th Shlok, I think, that becomes sparsha yoga again. That becomes sparsha yoga. So we need two things. We need sthula dosha nivritti and we need sukshma dosha nivritti. So sthula dosha nivritti means gross defects have to be removed. This is called sthula dosh nivritti. And sukshma dosh nivritti means the subtle defects of the mind. They have to be removed. So sthula dosh nivritti will go away by karma yoga. And sukshma dosh nivritti, that has to go by bhakti yoga. Slowly. So when I do karma yoga, see all these are related. We have to bring in all these paths cannot be separated and followed in a seeker only. Sometimes in one day only. Sometimes I need karma yoga, sometimes I need upasana, sometimes I need gyan, sometimes I need bhakti, sometimes hatha yoga. All the time I cannot say that I'll be in bhakti yoga only. That depends on the traits of my mind that my mind is showing. As the doctor first asks what are the traits of the disease, and then he treats with specific medicines. The medicines differ from patient to patient. Similarly here also, we have to become our own physicians. We have to try to think about what vritti has to be taken out at what time. So think, um, when I have deciphered some sthul dosh in my character, my personality, that time I have to tackle it, deal it with karma yoga. Karma yoga means what? I have to bring in some altar in my life for which I am working. I am surrendering. I'm doing that work for that altar. So my ego is surrendered there. I'm not entertaining my full ego, but a surrendered ego is working for some bigger altar, higher altar in my life. So when the fruit also comes, the enjoyer also is the surrendered enjoyer. Why? Because he knows that the work has not been done by this doer, but a bigger doer has done the work. See, all these are technical things, but we have to apply. Suppose I have invited 200 people, huh? And it's a very big function in my house today. I've invited so many people, and in the last moment, the cook says bye bye. Now, naturally, if I do not do karma yoga, I will panic. But if I am a karma yogi, then I will say, no, Bhagwan, that was your work only, and you only have to manage. So the defect of the stool nature, the defect of panicking, the defect of uh, maybe worrying, the defect of shouting, the defect of all these things. That will go away through Karma Yoga. No, something will happen. Bhagwan will find some or the other way. He becomes quiet because he knows that this work, the any task in my life is not mine. There's some other doer and he will do it. So sometimes also there are malicious intentions also hiding inside. Those intentions also are catered by this karma yoga only. That, oh my God, I am doing for the Lord, and the Lord is sitting right inside my heart, and He's watching me. I cannot have this bad intention for that person or for this work. So if I have a bad intention, naturally He will get annoyed. So I am continuously watching him, watching the altar. That altar should not get annoyed with me, irritated with me. He should be happy with me. The task that I am doing is not for my sake, but for his happiness only. So when this continuous uh, this exercise is done, there are many hidden things inside the mind in me that I don't know that will come out, and that will all automatically get flushed out and automatically get purified through this karma yoga. So we have to use all these karma yoga, we have to use bhakti yoga. So this has to be dealt with through karma yoga. Anything happens in his life, he will try to connect it to the Lord, to the higher in his life. It may be Guru, it may be Lord, it may be somebody else in your life who you have reverence for. So I have discovered another altar where I can surrender. So that ego is there, but that ego is surrendered ego. Continuously, that surrendered ego is working. Now, when we come to the Sukshma dosh nivritti, there also I think, what is a Sukshma dosh? Sukshma dosh is I think myself as a jeev. That is a dosh. I think myself as a body. That is a dosh. Huh? There are many flickering thoughts in my mind. That is a dosh of the mind because I've not practiced. That's why my mind is continuously running. I feel insecure. I feel lost. Sometimes I'm worried. Sometimes I feel lonely. Sometimes I feel there is nobody for me. Sometimes I have expectations. Sometimes I feel nobody cares for me. Sometimes I feel I won't be able to do this work. Sometimes I feel I'm the best. Sometimes I feel there is nobody like me. Sometimes I feel, oh my God, how are you talking to me like that? I am such and such person. So all these things are sometimes Ashray Buddhi is not there anywhere. So I want to have some Ashray Buddhi in somebody. And there that Ashray Buddhi dwindles because it is belonging to the world only. Ashray Buddhi from the world you won't get. It's not possible. That person who is, see, whenever we are going traveling in a boat, the boat is dwindling like that. It's unstable. So the moment I want to put my feet one step on the boat, I want to hold to something firm. I see whether that whatever I'm holding to is firm or not. If that is not firm, I leave it and I try to find out something other than that. That is firm again. I need a support where something is dwindling. This sansar is dwindling continuously. The sansar is unstable. So that is why every one of us try to find a stable support, but that support cannot be from the world because that world is continuously unstable. It is changing. So if I try to find out such a support, Ashray Buddhi is from the world, I'll be troubled. So Ashray Buddhi, if I have, this is the dosh of the mind that I seek Ashray Buddhi support in the world. This is a big defect. But I don't know that I should not have that Ashray Buddhi there. So this will be catered by Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti is required here. So you can give the future to the Lord. You can remember the Lord. Everything the Lord will do in your life. And the other day also I was telling you, the more we have developed a relationship with the Lord also reciprocates the same way. And I had told you about that Golmatol. I told you about a woman, elderly lady. She used to stay all alone. And she was a devotee of Lord Krishna, baby Krishna. So one day she went to a Mahatma and she said, I stay all alone. Nobody is with me. She was crying bitterly. So the Mahatma said, don't worry. And he just picked up a stone, a round stone from nearby, and he gave it to her. And he said, from today onwards, this is your Lord. He's your Balakrishna. So what shall I name him? He said, Golu Molu. You call him Golumul. So the whole day now she used to give him all the upcharas she used to do, feed him, bathe him, everything. The whole day she used to run after him only, everything around him. One day what happened? Some jackals attacked. She used to live in a village and the jackals attacked. And you must be knowing that the jackals pick up the children and go away. So she was tensed and she said, oh my God, all the people around said, oh, बुढ़ी अम्मा, भागो भागो यहाँ से. यहाँ पे वो आया है, जकॉल आया है, चलो चलो भागो भागो भागो. And she said, अरे नहीं, I can't go. Where will my Golu Molu go? So 3 nights she just used to guard the kutia from outside with her stick in her hand, just to go up and down. The whole night she was awake. Like that. After 3 nights only, when they all said that they have chased out those jackals that had entered in the village, then she came and then she slept. One day she left her body. Now, naturally, there was nobody to cremate her body. The whole villagers, all of them took her body and they were going with the ceremonial, all those rituals and all they were going. They all saw a small child leading the whole ceremony in front. A small baby child, he was dark complexion, he had got curly hairs, big eyes, and people asked him, "Who are you?" Said, "I am his son, her son." That she did not have any son. So no, you all don't know, I am her son. And after the cremation, he only gave Mukhagni, he only did everything. And afterwards, he just disappeared. There are so many stories, so many kathas like that. How will this happen? This happens only when we develop a relationship with him. It won't happen otherwise. We have to develop a relationship. The moment we have developed, and somewhere or the other, to tell you, we all are alone. We all are alone. People tell me, Amma, how do you stay all alone? I ask them, aren't you alone? So, no, Bhagwan is with you. So, he is with you all also. There's no difference actually. No difference. So, in this way, you can give your, when you have developed a relationship with somebody, you can just rely on him. You can give your problems to him. But you have to have a lot of faith there. Once you've given that problem to him, then again you can't ask back that when are you going to solve that problem? So many times I've told you, aren't you doing? Aren't you interested in solving my problem? You can't say all these things. You have to have full faith that yes, he is doing and he's waiting for a chance. Proper opportunity, he'll be doing that. Let the moment come. You have to have a lot of patience. So like somebody comes to you and shares some problems with you and asks for help, and you say yes, yes, I will do that for you. You're capable of doing it also. And then continuously morning evening, if he keeps reminding you, how irritated you'll get. Similarly, Bhagwan also gets irritated. He said, okay, you don't have faith in me or what? I'm going to do it. Just wait for time. So ability to give your problems to the Lord is called bhakti. You have no issues, you have no desires left, you have no anxiety now in your life as such before, like you used to have. So I have given not only the problems, I've given myself also. I have not saved myself for the world. I also, with my problems, I also belong to you. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. Then only Bhagwan says that I will carry you forward. I will take all your problems. So this makes the mind free for what? For that to come, for that Gyan Yoga. So Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga when combined completely, then the mind is now ready, purified for that Gyan Yoga. Now that Gyan Yoga will come. So all this, the person who is see these things, the dualists, what we are catering to right now, the dualists think that the mind is separate from that Atma. That is not the ultimate. For bhakti, we also think that. But somewhere or the other, we know that I am not separate. Otherwise, how will he listen to our prayers? Haven't you done this exercise that I want to keep something secret from the Lord? And the Lord is the one who first knows about it. You can't keep anything secret, anything away from him. That means he is inside you only. And inside you means what? There are not too many things. There's only one. That is the Lord only. So you have to experiment all these things with yourself. You have to experiment all those experiences. You have to again and again go back and think about those things, those opportunities, those experiences, and come to some conclusion that no, this Lord is only there with me. Every time I need Him, He is there. He is listening to me and He guides me also. Who's Antarya? Whenever my problem comes, whenever I am in a dilemma whether to do or not to do, who guides me? That Antaryami only tells me whether to do or not to do. Sometimes it is wrong, sometimes it is right. That's another case. I have to practice it to hear also. This purifies my mind and ultimately takes me to this Gyan Yoga. Now you need a meditative mind. Now you need to sit for meditation for a long time. So this month, when we are doing Bhakti Yoga, while doing japa, I've already made my mind concentrated. So now it won't be a problem for me to meditate when already I have practiced my mind to keep it on a single object. These defects are already gone. So now you need to meditate. So distance between the two thoughts. How does it happen? One thought came, then again it went away, dissolved. Again another thought came. So between those two thoughts, I have to increase the gap. The more is the gap between two thoughts erupting, the more is the mind quieter. Are you understanding? One thought came, it went. Again, another thought came, again it went. Another thought came, again it went. This goes on, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming. So between two coming of those thoughts, the more is the gap, the more is the mind quieter. So I have to concentrate on increasing those gap in between two thoughts, two eruption of thoughts. More is the pause, more deeper thoughts will go, more deeper my mind will go. And sometimes I only am astonished by the thoughts that I get because it had gone in, it had dived in. I don't allow my mind to dive in actually. My mind is super conscious at the superficial level only. My mind is not going in. I haven't given the mind the opportunity to go down because the thoughts are erupting so fast. So the longevity of that gap is not there. When the gap is more in between two thoughts, the depth also increases. That's what I'm trying to say. So longevity of that thought, one thought has come, slowly after a long time, another thought is coming. So at that period, you have got to dive in. So a quieter person will be a deeper person. A quieter person will be a matured person. Okay. So I don't want to think about the world too much. I don't want to think about the objects of the world that are disturbing my mind too much. Because I've practiced my mind to be quiet for a long time. Even, when we go out, sometimes the horn, the busy traffic, the sound, the loud sounds outside, that also irritates the mind when a person is very, 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 very quiet and he has done a lot of meditation. He doesn't like that sound also outside. That also distracts him. I want to maintain the same thought of the self for a long time now. I don't want to think about anybody else's faults also. I don't want to think about the problems also. This is what this state has to be come to. This state should be mine. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha sukheshu vigataspraha. Like that state has to be got, has to be achieved in this very life. Okay. So then you need some kind of format, some kind of process, how to make this mind. And from 40 to 47th Shlok, this Nididhyasana process has been described. This process only has been described. So let us see the 41st Shlok. Page number 188. We will read 41st and 42nd Shlok. उत्सेक उदधैर्यद्वत् कुशाग्रेणैकबिन्दुना मनसो निग्रहस्तद्वद् भवेदपरिखेदतः उत्सेक उदधैर्यद्वत् कुशाग्रेणैकबिन्दुना मनसो निग्रहस्तद्वद् भवेदपरिखेदतः उपायेन निगृह्णीयात् विक्षिप्तं कामभोगयोः उपायेन निगृह्णीयात् विक्षिप्तं कामभोगयोः सुप्रसन्नं लये चैव यथा कामो लयस्तथा उपायेन निगृह्णीयात् विक्षिप्तं कामभोगयोः सुप्रसन्नं लये चैव यथा कामोलयस्तथा यथा कामोलयस्तथा. Now, utseka means this is a figurative expression, okay? So utseka means as to empty, to empty. What to empty? Udadhehe, from that ocean. From that ocean, I'm emptying it, emptying the ocean. With what? Kushagrena eka binduna, with the tip of a blade of grass. Kushagrena binduna. Ek binduna, with one tip of a blade of grass, I am emptying the whole ocean this is a figurative example. Manaso nigrahas tadvada, in the same way, tadvada bhaved aparikhedata, one should withdraw the mind without becoming dejected. Somebody may feel, I can't control the mind. How much have we tried? How much have we tried? We haven't tried, and before trying only I give up. This is not the way. Once, and if this question doesn't come, that also means that he hasn't tried. Every seeker goes through this phase that I'm not able to control the mind. Prabhu, please help me now. It's not possible for me to help that to continue. Because you can't control it without his help. So that is why he's saying here not to lose patience in the same, because it needs so much of patience. Like with one drop, as if I'm emptying the ocean. Like, so many defects are there. So many births we have taken, so many impressions are there, so many sanskars are there. Sometimes some sanskar erupts and I feel, oh my God, I can think like this also. Oh my God, I am the person. So that is why, without being aparikhedataha, without khed, in Hindi से ना इसके लिए interruption के लिए खेद है. So it is khed, parikhedata, aparikhedata, without becoming dejected in the mind, one should withdraw the mind continuously. So let us see the 41st verse. Manasah nigrahe tesham upayam aha utseka iti. For nigrah of the mind, for controlling the mind, this upayam, aha utseka iti, this one should take out. This upay has been told. Mano nigraho api tesham udadehe kushagrinaika binduna utsechanena. Utsechanena means utseka, the word is there. Utsechanena means shoshana. By emptying, by hard work of shoshan. Vyavasaya vatam anavasannantah karananam anirvedat aparikhedataha bhavati ityarthaha. So by a lot of hard work only, what will happen? Vyavasaya vatanam, one who have decided that I have to make my mind pure, I have to control my mind, for who are very, very firm. So Vyavasaya Vatana means those people who are firm. Vyavasaya Vat, who are very, very firm. In what? Who do not give up. One who is inspired. Antah Karanana. Vyavasaya Vatam. Avasan. Antah Karanana. One who is inspired a lot. Who doesn't give up. Anirvedat. Anirvedat means without being tired. Nirveda means tiredness. Without being tired, aparikhedata, without having sadness. Bhavati ityartha, he is continuously. This is a small verse, but. So it needs a lot of effort to actually make our mind controlled in everything. Lot of kripa is also required. A lot of guru kripa is also required in this. Because this mind is very, very, it does not listen to us at all. There's so much of past, Viprit Bhavna, so many things are there. Okay, so let me discuss this verse a little bit. So Viprit Bhavna, a lot of effort and patience is required to control our mind. As a seeker, we should all have this tendency of putting a lot of effort without getting tired. A seeker is never, never tired of himself. Or for going ahead or for progressing. He's not tired. Then he is not a seeker otherwise. So capacity to do a lot is required. A lot. To create a duk buddhi, to create a satya buddhi, to create the capacity of disidentification with the body, with the relatives, with the mind, with everything. In spite of failing, again and again one has to rise. Lot of capacity. We get identified to wrong thought only. And then we are troubled by that wrong thought. Moment we identify to it, it seems right. It seems that it will be forever with me. It seems that it will be ever giving joy to me. But it's not the case. We get sukhi, dukhi with that. So utsek here means what? I'm not giving up. I'm continuously, I'm going to empty it. I'm going to empty it. And I'm going to give up all those identifications that make me finite. I don't want that. So you have the capacity to say by self-suggestion that by I'm not going to affect it. These things are not going to affect me. I'm going to be away from that. I'm not going to be identified with that. Self-suggestion, na? You have to tell your own mind. Continuously have to do that. That this thought is false. This is not real. See, at that time you had identified with this person and he troubled you so much. It was not he that troubled, it was your thought only that troubled. Now control your thoughts. This is all self-suggestions. The self-suggestions only, I am in my pristine glory. I don't need anybody. This is self-suggestion thought. You have to suggest yourself. Don't need anybody for your own existence, for your own happiness. I can walk on my own. I can be with my own. I can talk to myself on my own. So initially you will fail. Initially we drop also, but then again you have to rise back. This is called utsek. This a lot of effort is aparikhedata. It is required. So now I will not stop from disidentifying this mind from everything else that is around me continuously, because I have seen that these things bind me. These things trouble me a lot. What is my problem? Not the outside world. What is my problem? My problem is inside my mind, those thoughts. So I become small, I become big, I am forced to experience smallness, bigness, sorrow, joy, everything because of that mind only, troublesome mind. So I'm going to control it. I don't want these compulsion. I don't want the thought of compulsion. I don't want the thought of limitation or finitude. Where I'm bound, I feel I'm bound. I can't do anything. My freedom is lost. Who will make this mind? We only can make this mind. We only can make this mind. We have to pray to God to help us. I'm telling you again and again, we need a lot of grace of the Lord. We need a grace of the Guru. Use your vichar intellectually, use your experiences intellectually to come to this thought that nothing here will last forever. Falsify everything. Falsify with the false thoughts only. Use those false thoughts only. Falsify everything with the false thoughts only, and then be in your pristine glory that nothing can drop me down from that seat where I have established myself. Even if you fail, still again rise back, rise back. That is a seeker. That is the uh, fervor of the seeker. He never feels bad. He never feels that I am going to lose. Never. For a time or a moment, he can feel like that, but again he gets up. Okay. So, Yog Vasishtha, this word, Vyavasayavatam, I'm going to explain that word now. Vyavasayavatam. So there is, in Yoga Vasishtha, there is one portion called Chitta Bhumi. Not Yoga, I think it is in Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, sorry. Patanjali Yoga Chitta Bhumi. So there he has explained, Patanjali ji has explained the five types of chitta. First one is mood, then is Kshipta, Vikshipta, Ekagra, and Nirodha. These are five. So mood, Kshipta, Vikshipta, mood, Ekagra, and Nirodha. All these five. So let us see one by one what is it. The Kshipta mind. What is the Kshipta mind? Kshipta mind means is little disturbed. Little bit disturbed. He's disturbed a little bit person has Vijatiya Vritti plus Pratikul Vijatiya Vritti. Vijatiya Vritti is there, but it is Pratikul also, Vijatiya Vritti. So that is why he is disturbed. So thoughts are not related to each other. Thoughts are haphazard. Some thought is coming. I'm not very happy with my mind. So they are not very silence giving. They're not very quietening. They're agitating thoughts. So naturally, a stubborn person will have stubborn thoughts. Those thoughts don't leave him. A quiet person, a humble person will have humble thoughts. So this person's thoughts are some kind of stubborn thoughts that don't leave him. They are very agitating thoughts. Even if a person wants, he can't leave those thoughts. It happens with us also. Sometimes we also become kshipta like that. One thought will just engulf us and it won't leave us the whole day. I'm that thought only. Continuously, whether I'm doing some work or some other things, also continuously, I'm doing from that thought only, from that mood only. Because it is not leaving me. I'm in the clutches of that thought. So wrong supportive thought comes, then I can't work, I can't concentrate on my work, I can't eat, I can't sleep. It makes me completely ineffective. I have to take medicine for sleeping also. Sometimes it happens, a lot of worries. It's like fire in the mind. I'm burning. I don't know how to solve it. This is what? Shift the mind. Just come to the second one. It is mood mind. So mood bhumi. It is not a sad state. Okay, it's not a very sad state, but I don't want to think. It's a little bit with tamogun. I want to talk something light. If I tell you, wait, I'll explain it to you. He said, no, please, I don't want to listen to anything now. That is mood. Please don't start your talk now. Please, I don't want to listen to anything. Bhog vritti comes. Come, let us eat something. Come, let us go and have some tea or coffee. Do you have something to eat in the kitchen? Huh? Come, bring that. We will eat and enjoy. So these drug addicts, the the drinkers in the evening, they become mood vritti. They don't want anything else. They just want to enjoy. Okay, so it makes you forget. What does a drug do? What does drinks do? They make you forget everything. So here, this is mood bhumi. Now comes vikshipta. Vikshipta means what? This is not, don't compare it with the Hindi word vikshipta. This is not that vikshipta. So more sajatiya vritti are there. It is better than this kshipta mind. About some more sajatiya vritti is there about some topic. There are many thoughts. That is why it is called, about one topic, there are many thoughts. That is why it is called vikshipta. In Hindi, we call a mad person vikshipta, but it is not here. So anukula anubhav is there, the mind, but there are many thoughts. So concentrated thought is there for some little time only. Some little time we have thoughts, then again some other thoughts will come. So it is maintaining a thought flow for a longer time than the Kshipta person. Kshipta is not at all. Kshipta is with some negative attitude. So after that, again it will go away to Kshipta. This Vikshipta, after having concentrated for some time, it will again go to Kshipta or Mool Bhumi. Okay, either it will go to this or it will go to Moolbhumi, or even it can go to Ekagra also. So he is in just between. So it depends how I am turning it. If I turn it towards Kshipta, or I turn it towards Mood, or I turn it towards Ekagra. So overall mind is little cheerful here, where he is Vikshipta. It is not depressed as in Kshipta. Okay, so because it slips fast, so it is called Vikshipta. Okay, so I'm not under the influence of any vasana. Now the second last one is Ekagra Bhumi. Ekagra Bhumi. Ekagra Bhumi means what? He starts thinking deeply. I told you, two thoughts. The distance between two thoughts is greater, bigger. You increase the thought and now he can go deep. So here one thought only is maintained for a long time. Okay. So here there Kshipta means what? Kshipta means I had told you there was a conversation between a mother bird and a child bird. The mother bird, the child bird, so showed an aeroplane flying from top, and she's a small baby bird. Said, "My God, my mom, what is that bird? The steel bird that is flying in the sky." And mother said, "And that bird that has got a burning tail. That the tail of that bird is on fire." Similarly, this ship, the mind also, this is always on fire. Always on fire. It's not stable, it is not quiet, continuously thinking, or Jwalanshil Vritti is there. So, more a person is evolved, more he can think about any topic for a long, long time. He can concentrate. This is called maturity. This is called Ekagra Vritti. These people are the one who become singers. These people are the one who become artists, good artists, or players. All of them need Ekagra Vritti. Okay, so this is Ekagravritti. Now, again, four types were again told here: Vitarkanugata, Vicharanugata, Asmitanugata, and Anandanugata. These are again four more types here. What are these four types? For Vitarkanugata means what? Regarding some specific topic, regarding some specific topic from the world, secular topic. This is Vitark. Lot of Vitark are there. He's thinking of these Ekagra only. He's thinking, but there are a lot of Vitark, lot of thoughts on the same topic for a long time can think. So Vicharanugata is also there. He's continuously doing Vichar. Asmitanugata, when Asmi is there. And Anandanugata, when a lot of Anand is there. So these are the thoughts that we have to develop. So only Ekagra could bring out spectacular things from our mind, and that sometimes I am only very, very astonished at my mind. Cats and dogs and animals, those are all on mood vritti only. They are always on the mood vritti only. So all big inventions and discoveries were made with this Ekagra vritti. So here, this is what has been told here when they are saying Vyavasaya. Vyavasaya Vatam Anavasannat Antakarana Karananam Anirvedat Aparikhedataha Bhavati Ityarthaha. The one who has decided, that one who has inspired, that I have to take my mind out, he's firm. So we have to decide in which of the category my mind should be there. Okay. So 42nd shlok shall we see? Little bit for 5 minutes, then we will. Upayena nigrahiniyaat vikshiptam kama bhogayoho. By some kind of way. Upay means by some kind of way, nigrahiniyaat. This mind can be brought back. This chitta can be brought back. Vikshiptam kama bhogayo. Chitta gone in some kam or bhog, it can be brought by some trick. Some tricks, some upay, it should be brought back. Suprasannam laye chaiva yatha kamo laye satha. If you think you're very happy in sleep, that is as good as going to some kamna. So yatha kamo laye satha. As much as anarthata in kam vasna, that will take me to anartha. Similarly, if you are going to sleep, or sometimes some people say, I am not able to do anything, my mind has become a rubbish today. It's not able to think. I'm so worried. Let us go to sleep. So here it is said that the anarthata brought to you by desire is equal to the anarthata brought to you by sleep also. So don't let your mind suprasannam laye chaiva. If you think you are very happy in sleep, that state is also anartha only. That will also not help you rise. Okay, so let us see what it is saying here. किम अपरिखिन्न व्यवसाय मात्रम एव मनोनिग्रह उपायो न इति उच्यते. Is this the upaya that I will lift my mind and not get sad? Is there any upaya like that that I can lift my mind and not still become sad? Na na iti uchyate. No. He's saying no. Aparikhinna vyavasayavan sat vakshamane nopayena kamabhoga visheshu vikshipta manonigriniyat niruddhyat atmanyevetyarthaha. Not becoming sad. Aparikhinna, not becoming sad, plus Vyasayavan. Vyasayavan, one should have resolved these two things. Son, Vakshamana, that upaya which will be said in the future. Vakshamanena, upayena, and something will be, that what will be said in the future is dispassion. Vairagya will be said in the future. So these three things. Kama bhoga vishayeshu vikshipta mana. In the Kam Bhog Vishay, that vikshipta mana, the mind has gone into that Kam Bhoga Vishayeshu vikshipta mana. Nigrahiniyat. Nirodhyat. Nigrahiniyat means to control that mind, to bring back that mind. Atmani eva ityartha. One should keep it in the Atma only. Don't let it go here and there. Bring it back to the Atma only. Like the child is going here and there, the mother brings it back. The mother pulls it back to her own lap only. Similarly, here mind should be brought. Kimcha liyate asminniti sushupto layah tasmin laye cha suprasanna maya suprasannam ayasa varjitam. It is not maya, okay? It is ayasa varjitam. Api iti etan nigrihniyat iti anuvartate. He's saying if the mind is dissolved, kimcha liyate asminiti, the mind is dissolved where sushupto layaha, in the deep sleep. It is, if it is dissolved in the deep sleep, tasmin layecha. Whenever I was weak and I suffered a lot in that, in tasmin layecha, suprasanna prasannam ayasa varjita, mind is effortless in sleep and and is happy, because earlier I was very sad, but when I go to sleep I become very happy and I've forgotten everything, all my problems. But tad nigriniyat iti anuvata, but it should be brought back, it should be brought back from that sleep. It should be, because again, why is he saying like that? Again, when you get up, those problems will be there only facing you. You have to face those problems. Suprasannam chet kasmat nigriyate iti, why it should be brought back? Why uchyate? I'm telling you. Yasmad yatha kamaha anartha hetu tatha layo api. Because like Kam is anartha hetu, similarly, the sleep also is all anartha hetu only. Don't think that sleep is better. Atha kama vishasya manasah nigraha vat layadapi nirodhavyam ityartha. So like mind is brought back from that Kam, etc. Kama vishasya manasah nigrahavat, like the mind is brought back from the calm, growth, etc. Layadapi nirodhavyam. It should be brought, nirodhavyam, lot lakar. Similarly, it should be brought from that sleep also, ityartha. This is the meaning. Don't go off to sleep whenever you are not feeling good or you're not feeling. You have to handle your mind with through gyan only, to that knowledge only, to that knowledge of the self only, that you are that infinite self. Nothing can belittle you, your glory. No, nothing can do like that. So you have to bring that mind from the sleep also, because sleep also is anarthakari only. This is what is said here in 42nd shlok. Okay, tomorrow we will see from 43rd. Please revise, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्